I use the same thing. And then when I heard about that, man, I've been using it for years, and we do not go back to that other stuff. Philippa, also, it's something like your video about OBS for beginners, and then you set the segment on the video. It's slim. Well, that's good. Very good. Um, is there a recommended format for an intro video? We want to play something before Bible study, like a theme song intro. No, not really any format. Just make sure that whatever platform use a standard format. In anything else you play, an MP4 with a right codec, stuff like that should work fine. All right, hold on. I gotta take care of something for my pastor. That's what was calling. So what we're gonna do? Yeah, we're just gonna log in, and this is with some Yodex stuff. So if you want to see that, so right now it's pushing this. There's a baby shower going on, so we want to push media right now, and we're gonna save. We're gonna push changes. Let's give it a second. The baby shower. They're doing a baby shower, and we have that being displayed on the screen. So let's see. Come on now. Let's check this again. I had to turn the schedule off. Very strange. And while I'm doing that, what link are you talking about that you want me to share? And I'll bring that up. Why? Mm. Come on, man. The layout is acting up on me. That's layouts. Playlist. Simple playlist. Alright. Schedules. Ugh. I had to straighten now. Should be all day. Wow, good. Yes. Yay. I don't know why it's taking so long. All right, what is showing now? Man, the media ministry stuff, it never ends. It never ends. All right. Oh, how about? Oh, I'm sorry. That's the link to the device. I was tripping. Give me 1 second, Dusty. Bluetooth Ultimate XLR. I'm gonna put that up here. And then the link. I'm telling you, man, it's like mine needs to be sharp for at least 2 more hours, and then I can just pass out. Man, this thing is tripping. I know more time has gone by than just a few minutes like that. Darius, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Oh, man. So that's for that. Now let's go back to our comments here. How about using Google Voice and a virtual cable to get phone call in? Well, I mean, what's the virtual call going to be connected to? It needs to be some type of physical connection. I mean, technically, I guess you could, if it's being done from a computer. I mean, but it would just be like playing any type of audio. You would need to have one speaker out that's going to the computer, and then you need to have a mic in so you can capture and stuff. So, I mean, that could work. Harvey, AJ, how do you use VLANs? Thinking about using NDI for a bunch of cameras, but want to separate the traffic using full NDI. Do I need a 2.5 gigabit switch, or will the regular gigabit switch work? I mean, it's not necessarily that the gigabit switch won't work. VLANs are just a virtual network that you have it separated so that it's doing on different stuff. So like, for example, if I, and this is a part of the transition home that I haven't finished that video for you to see, but let me show you what we do have in that. And I need to, that's not, man, I got to get over to church. So if I go here, hopefully I'm not showing too much in here. So we have the Viola house. We have unit 1 and unit 2. So these are VLANs, and I come in here, and inside of here, see, I have it set to number 3, and I have it having its own IP address range, and that's all it's going to do compared to our regular network. So our default network is 192.168.1, and then guests are 10, so that's a completely different network. Our security cameras are on something different. The transition home unit 1, transition home unit 2 is something different, and then it could be something else as well too. So the VLAN, you have to have a router and a DHCP server that supports multiple ones, and then you can do that. And that's really all it is. It's like you just set up a separate network, and then inside of here, I go to the flex switch that is on the house. If I go to the port management, and now in here, see, ports 2 and 3 only get those IP addresses if I have anything connected. 4 and 5 are only units 2. So that's, at least that's how it is on a unified one. So hopefully that makes sense for y'all. And actually, I can see how that TV is looking at the security cameras now that I think about it. Actually, no, I can't, because I don't have a camera looking in. I think we're good. I don't know. Sorry. All right, we got you. Thank y'all for recent ones that got the super chat. I have an idea for short. We made it, but how do I get it out beyond our church audience? If I do say so myself, I think it's good. I know by sharing, but is there a place to post? Well, it's not really a place to post. The advantage of the shorts right now is YouTube is really trying to push that to compete with Reels and all this other stuff. So when you make a short, it's automatically going in the playlist that's going to go to everybody. There's not a way currently to search for shorts. They're just in the rotation. That's why you start getting a whole lot more traffic, because it bypasses the algorithm, and it's like you putting your video in a playlist and people just watch, and you're going to be in the rotation. So really nothing extra. You just put it on the platform in YouTube, mark it with a hashtag shorts, and that's it. So thank y'all so much. Let's see where we're at here on, all right, on the PayPal, we're still on $15.25, but on Super Chats, we're on $882.02. So thank y'all so much. Let's see where we're at 1525 plus 882.02. We are at $2,407.02. Yay! Yay! And more importantly, we are under an hour and a half to go. Bruh. I'm tired, yo. I'm excited about this, but man, I'm ready for this to shut down, and so I can go to sleep. We actually do the live stream, not live stream. Man, what am I talking about? Do my consultation, then go to sleep, bro. This is, man. See, YouTube is saying we've been streaming for 22 hours and 56 minutes. So technically, I really only got to go for an hour and 4 minutes. But what was I doing for 20? Oh, it was a countdown. That's why. Man. Thank y'all again so much for being a part of all of this. Really excited. I mean, again, what are y'all's thoughts? What did y'all think about all of this stuff? How did it work out for y'all? What was y'all's expectation going into this? I know I asked y'all if y'all gave some any ideas about it for yourselves, but I mean, what did y'all think overall? I was pleasantly surprised and very thankful for y'all's reaction. So, just really thankful for the opportunity to do this and as well. So it's really cool. I think I bit my lip in some way, shape, or form. But yeah. Kind of at a loss for words right now because I'm just like I'm literally lost for words. I'm tired. Let's see. No new comments. Let's go to another video. Eat up a little bit of time. And what was that other one? Oh, how to daisy chain. PTZ
Hey folks,
cameras.
AJ the CEO here, and in this video I want to show you how to daisy chain a couple of PTZ cameras together. That way you can control it with one controller. So let's go. Hey folks, AJ the CEO here. Your first time stopping by the channel. Thanks for stopping by. And on this channel, we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron or a YouTube member by clicking one of the links down below. So we are continuing our dissecting of all the parts and what's going into setting up community independent Methodist Church, and make sure I get the right one. But this is something that a lot of people have asked me, and I want to show you how I do this. Now, I love PTZs because it makes it to where you don't have to have man cameras, and for churches that don't have a lot of staff, you can have a joystick and you can control everything. Now, there are versions of this that if you had IP-based PTZ cameras, it works the same way, but it's not going to be this. This is more for if you have the PTZs that use a RS-232 type of connection that needs to go to each camera. So typically with these remotes, you would get something like this. You have the connection here, the 9-pin that would go into one end of the joystick, and then the other end right here, if I can get it in focus, right there. This is the RS-232 that connects to the back of your PTZ. Now, the issue with this is this cable for long runs, because most of the time your cameras are between 30 and up to 100 feet away. Those cables are very, very expensive. So we're here on Amazon, and we want to see what's the price of a 100-foot RS-232 cable. So again, this is not the right one. We need one that shrinks down to something like this. So just 25 feet, we're at $39. For 50 feet, we're at $60. As you see, the price is starting to go up. And I don't even see like 100 foot. So most likely you would have to get some of these and connect these over. So right here, here's a 75 foot. That's $65. Let's see if we click this. Will it give us another link for something else? All right, so it says it's actually available in 200 foot lengths. So let's go ahead and just look up. Maybe I'm just looking up the wrong thing. 8-pin Visca cable, not connector, cable, AJ. All right, so right here, 75 feet, $64, 64, and not really seeing anything. All right, so here's 100 foot, and that's $84 right there, just for that one cable. Now you got to think, if you're daisy chaining these, say we have 5 cameras, so that means you need one cable to go. That's one. Then you got another one that's going to loop to the other one. That's 2. From that one to 3, then to 4, and that's it. And 5. So that's 5. 5 times that. How much is that going to cost? That's a lot. Now, when I'm doing my budget for a lot of churches, you know, not saying that they're penny pinching, but they are being mindful of what it costs. And I'm all about, hey, if we don't have to go down that route, why not? So these are some adapters that I use a lot that were made by Marshall Electronics, and they will convert your RS-232 into a standard Ethernet cable. I use Cat6, but it's not a lot of data, so a Cat5e could work too, but at this rate, go with a Cat6. And these are really, really simple. They just convert over the signal into a RJ45. That's literally all it does. I can get in focus here. You know, so we have our line in and out. So that will represent 2 of those cables. So that's $170 right there if we went with these cables. And then, boom, that's all you do. So I have all of the cameras set up that we're going to be using for the install. And I'm going to show you how simple this is to do. Now, look at the previous video.
All right, got a couple of questions here. Let's see. Enoch, what is going on? And your question. If we want to broadcast the same live to multiple YouTube channels, then how do you do that? I mean, you would use something like Restream. Depending on your stream stuff, you use multiple RTMP. If your computer and your upload can handle it, you can stream directly to that. Mainly, it would be like a service like Restream that you can stream to multiple platforms, multiple YouTube channels the same way. That would be the easiest way. Let's see. Let's go back. Man, I really thought we were under an hour. On YouTube, we are. On YouTube, we're at 23 hours and 4 minutes. So 56 minutes. So we almost there, folks. We's almost there. So let's cut back over here. And let's get back to the video
Where I showed how we set this up, because each camera needs to be addressed and set to a certain address. That way you know when you press a button on the remote which one goes to which. The other thing that you also need is for the joystick, like I have over here, we need to convert that to a RJ45 as well too. So that is this cable right here. It gives you 2 ends. It actually gives you a RS-232 connection, so you can use that same cable that I showed originally if you want to. But it has the 9-pin here, so you can just plug it directly into the back of the joystick that supports it, and then it turns out into a RJ45. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run over here, hook up these adapters, because I got 5 of them for all 5 of these PTZ cameras, and we're going to connect them, and then I'm also going to show you how you need to adjust the ID so that this will work. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we got everything set up. So let's go back to our desktop to go through the app to show you what we need to do to configure each one. And I'm just going to do this through software because I don't want to hook up video to each one, and it's easier to do it this way. So let's go ahead and jump to my desktop here. All right, so first, let's configure this to go to each one of our cameras. I'm going to go here to our configuration settings here, but at the same time, I'm going to go here to the upgrade app, pick the right network, and there are all our cameras. So let's go ahead and set all of these, and I don't really need a specific name for these, but put in the address for each one. Now, if we were using a IP-based controller, this is all we would really need to do. And like I said, this is for RS-232 connections. All right, so now we have each camera. Let's go ahead and connect to number 1. And let's snap to it. All right, so what we need to do now is I'm going to go to the advanced view so that I can get control of so I can see the menu controls. And I want to resize this part, but oh well. We got it here. So let's go ahead, make sure we have camera 1. Let's hit the menu here. And let's go down here, and we want to go to communication. And I wish I can get a better signal. Yeah, let's do HD. Yeah. A lot better. But anyway, the main thing is we're going to go here to our address, and this is 1. All right, so we're good. So we are just now, and we also need to make sure that our net mode is in serial. That's how it can jump to each one. All right, so this one is good. Let's come out of here, and now let's go to camera number 2. Let's do the same thing. Let's go to our menu. Let's go to communication. And this is number 3. All right, so this is good. And these are going to be the addresses for the cameras. Now, the Huddle Cam has a direct jump for 4 cameras, but we're doing 5. Now, the benefit of this is number 5 is going to be for the baptismal pool. So this would be one that specifically we know that this is a different call out for that. So that's cool. So let's go to camera number 4. All right, so that's good. And now let's go to camera number 5. That's good. And that's in serial mode. All right, that's good. Let's go to number 2 one more time. And 2 is not coming up. So let's go here to our browser and just remote into it directly. So that's 192.168.1.101. Admin.
Pause that for a second. We see some comments in here. Todd Johnson. And let's cut back over here. Back again for the 4th or 5th time. I'm enjoying the fact that I got to enjoy your live stream over 24 hours. Thanks for the commitment to the cause and to us, hey, you are welcome. I can tell when he is live by just looking at the shirt, the one he is wearing that would need some extra detergent on it after he takes it off. Actually, I didn't sweat through this one because I had a fan on the floor blowing up. So, not really that bad. Harvey, I remember doing continuous ops in the Army. At least you have a chair, and I'm sure the food is better. Yeah, them MREs. Some of them were good, but most of them were trash. Tangela, I see. Will the PTZ optics plug in the OBS control the AVCAN's E20 NDI? I can't seem to get the other plugin in the OBS to control that. It should. Again, that's the one that I ended up blessed into another ministry. I am going to get another set when I have the next install we're using. So I was hoping to try and do that, but their network at Gates is kind of funky, so I got to fix that when I get there and put all the stuff on the same network so they can talk. So I'll let you know when we get there. Never heard this before. I had a tech at a store not to get Cat 6 cable that was much higher than speed that I was getting. I have always got the highest rated Cat cable that could speed always increase. Yeah, but I mean, some of the stuff like a Cat 7 and a 10 gigabit, personally, I don't think you need right now. Because, I mean, again, to use all that speed, you need to have something faster. You need a 2.5 or 5 gigahertz or a 10 gigabit network switch, kind of like what I have here for my computer, my NAS. I have fiber that's connecting. It's no need in me going any higher because your switch can only push out the theoretical speed that a gigabit switch can support. It can't push out anything faster than that. Brandon, hey, yo, everybody, what's up? You know who I am. I'm here sending the output from my ATEM Extreme into OBS. For some reason, OBS isn't capturing the audio and the video is only being captured when I set it to main camera direct. Make sure you go into the capture of the ATEM, go into the properties of your video capture device, scroll all the way down, make sure use custom audio selected, and you have the Blackmagic set again for your audio if you're using that. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you so much for the super chat. Do that if you're on Windows. If you're on Mac, make sure you have an input device and do the same thing. So it'll be a different source to do that. So let's see. Where are we at, folks? I'm excited. We are at 9:07:02. Where's my... So we are at 9:07:02 plus. And here on the PayPal, let's refresh it. Let's see what we at. We're at 15:35. So we're at $2,442.02. Yes. We are $57.98 away from the total amount to bless another ministry. But I am not complaining. I mean, y'all did y'all's thing. It's going to be really exciting to know that how much we were able to have just this menagerie of different ministries, different denominations, different people, different countries, states, cities, all this other stuff come together, and we were able to do something like this. So I think that is awesome, and I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. I'm just thankful. I'm excited about what we were able to do. And, man, I know I look, well, I'm not going to keep looking because the thing is starting to make me mad. Anyway, let's go back here, and I'm going to go get something to drink, and we're just going to hammer out this last hour, folks. All right, there we go. So I guess we can control the camera from here. Let's go to our communications. And okay, and it's set to 2. So all of these are set up. So that's cool. So
let's go to each one and just make sure we set our settings here the same way. We'll go to 100, admin, 20, 20, 7, 7. All right, then 2, admin, 20, 20, 7, 7. All right, 3. 20, 20, 7, 7. And last one. So it's good that we can communicate to each one. So our settings are good. All right, so everything is set up now. So what I'm going to do now is let's go ahead and switch over to the overhead camera so we can see the controls and what we got over here. Alrighty, so we got everything configured here. So, and I missed.
All right, so we're back here. We got a couple of questions here. And Brandon, first, yes, sir, I actually did. That was in the in-ear monitors one. We actually did that. We got that. So, yes, sir. Enoch, question here. Sorry, I missed that. I think you should create a video on how to handle the PTZ or normal camera video recording, like moving when and what to avoid and what to take care of. Yeah, that's going to be a part of the artistry of a live stream as well too. That's something else we're going to put. I got a lot of stuff. I'm actually going out of town next weekend when I get back, and then a bunch of things as well too. But yeah, we did have the Phoenix video as well too. So really excited about that as well. All right, folks. Here's let's work on some ideas. So what's a good? Now again, I'm telling y'all right now. I know this right now. I is not gonna do this again by myself. Gonna have to have somebody to hand this off. But give me some suggestions. What do y'all think? What's the next month maybe? What else do y'all think we should try to do? Again, I believe in trying to push the limits on what we can do. Not put nobody in harm's way, but again, we want to do something. The point is to show the body, that the body of Christ in general, that people are willing to step it up a notch and do something else. Again, this was a free, pretty much a free support call for 24 hours that anybody could have chimed in. You didn't have to donate to get your question answered as best as I possibly can. This is just something I want to do. So what are your thoughts about what else we can do to push it to the limit? We have to, you got to dream, you got to imagine, we got to think outside the box. What do y'all think? Excuse me. Here's a comment. Which would you use for your mic input? ATEM going into OBS. Mic input on laptop or input on ATEM? Input on ATEM. That's what I'm using right now. That's how I would do that. Whew. Home stretch, folks. Home stretch. I know I got to sneeze here in a second. Ooh, excuse me. What's on this history? I got my Facebook history is saying we got something going on. Streets of Destiny, thank you for the $30. Appreciate it. Let's see what's on this history here. I was going to say, camera wasn't working. Hey, folks, I got a little time before my media ministry meeting, so let me go ahead and mess around with this org. Why did my video stop? Oh well. So this time last year, we were in Florida. We were just in the week before we were in Chicago last year. Then we went to Florida. Stark contrast. And then 2 years before that, we were in Charlottesville. Is this the long version? Yeah, this is the long version.
I was going to say, camera wasn't working.
Man, I miss playing. Anyway, let's see. When you looked at your USB-based PTZ camera, other than connect straight into the PC, can you turn it into IP? No, there is no other connection. It's just USB out completely. Enoch, can you do a physical event at each country for one day? We would be great to host you in India. Man, I'd love to. We're working towards that. I want to go to PCD cameras. I'm preparing to propose it to the church board. My problem is deciding what's best. Honestly, in this grand scheme of things, you're not going to notice it. The more you mess with other ones, you'll see differences between them. But again, I don't bring them up because really it's in the grand scheme, it's not noticeable. I'm looking at per frame when I'm editing, and I notice stuff like that. And I got hung up so much on that stuff that, again, in the grand scheme, it does not matter. If anybody else who's in it and editing constantly and looking at those are the ones that's like, oh, I want to do the balance, I want to do the color correction and blah, blah, blah. If you don't even understand that stuff, then you're fine. I don't even color correct because, honestly, I don't. In the grand scheme for right now, the audience is watching. No one cares. So that's just me. Yes, I am. My Rodecaster is coming out on a 1/4 inch, dual 1/4 inch into a 3.5 millimeter that is connected to my ATEM. So like right now, if I come over here and show you, let's turn the comments off. So if I come inside of here, you see we still been recording. We recorded for 11 hours. Man, that file is going to be massive. Anyway, if I come in here, see we're on mic number 1. That's what's going on. The hyper is, again, the recording. So it's just duplicating the same thing coming over here. So that ain't nothing. This is my camera, the Blackmagic, that has a mic built into it, but it's off. So yes, that's coming into mic 1. That's how you're hearing me right now. Let's see. Angelo. Reach out to some brands and some of their representatives come on live with you. We're working on that. So the first one, which I am so thankful, I didn't even reach out to them, but they actually follow me, and I'm so honored about the whole thing. PhoneLiveStreaming, I can't do nothing but sing their praises because they have shown me they're not just a company. They actually got heart behind it. Again, not knocking anybody else, but they've shown themselves, and I am very thankful for everything that they've done and working with them. So it was honest. They did stuff. I never reached out to anybody for that, and they reached out, and they did that. And I have no words to say how thankful I am for David, Hugh, everybody at PhoneLiveStreaming for what they're doing. So thank you so much for all that. I would have co-hosts, remote producers. I can help with that. bringing peeps in on camera, add some entertainment, etc. See, that's what I want to do and actually have a lock-in and do stuff like that. You know, and then, I mean, it can be done remotely and stuff like that, but I mean, that's ultimately what I want to get to. I want this to be a big event to where we're doing stuff like that. And then like the Bible trivia, the vision I have of that is going to different ministries. And then once a month, we visit 4 ministries in a month. And then at the end of the month, we bring all of them together, the winning team, and they compete against each other. And we have so much influence that we have a big pot of either, money as to be able to bless their ministry, or we have equipment, whatever. And I wanted to get to so big that churches are like, for a lack of a better word, are fighting to participate. In other words, using that proud muscle, not pride, but being proud of like, man, look at what the body of Christ can do. We're having fun, it's engaging, and we're reaching people to be like, man, the church is actually fun. We just thought they were sticks in the mud. They were cornballs. They were this. They were hypocrites and whatever. But we can have fun. That's my long-term vision of this stuff. That, you know, just like my vision in marching band, I wrote a whole bunch of stuff, translated a whole bunch of stuff. We were doing like Gangster's Paradise and stuff like that. And we were core style. We didn't do none of this stuff. We played for every time we got a touchdown, and we did halftime. I started writing different music, got in trouble. I remember getting kicked out of football stadiums by the band director, and then we were losing so bad I tried to play. The band director tried to kick me out of the band, and the stadium, people in the stage, some of the chaperones argued back and yelled at the band director because they're like, he's doing what you're supposed to be doing. And then my last 2 years, I was able to write music. I was a liaison with the cheerleaders, and we were like a band playing and getting hype with the football team, getting the crowd engaged and stuff like that. I always wanted to push the limits and do more of what we can do. And I think that's what we can do with the body of Christ as well. And there's so much other stuff that we can do. Also, do some live reviews of Peeps channels, which we did. I think we did do that a little bit in some of the channels here. Keep picture submissions of Peeps Studios that they can share. I actually have that. People are supposed to submit some pictures a long time ago, but awesome. I will engage a lot of that stuff as well, too. Daniel, I thought the plan was to pass it off so you could get some rest, but you did Herculean job. And I appreciate it. Yeah, it was, I had my baby just telling me, hey, she believed in me and stuff like that. When you got somebody that's supporting you, you'll be amazed at the stuff that you can do when somebody's encouraging you instead of trying to tear you down. Ty, what are the 4 or 5 things that are pros of DaVinci Resolve over the other video editing programs you've used? I've used Cyberlink's Power Director. I've used that now, but I'm open to trying new. The first thing for DaVinci Resolve is that's what DaVinci Resolve is the standard in color correction in movies. Secondly, that's number 1. Number 2, it's free to get everything except for 3D stereoscopic sound and some other stuff that most people are never going to use. It's completely free. I've been on it since DaVinci Resolve 14. And yes, it's a steep learning curve, but once you get it, man, it's a lot of stuff that you can do with it. Like I said, there's so many more features inside of it. Like I used to do editing of audio and bringing it in, and the fact that I can do some great audio editing inside of it. Learning Fusion. I have very elementary level of using Fusion, but getting good with it, you don't even have to use After Effects when you do that. So that saves money from there. And there's a bunch of other things you can do. Now, DaVinci Resolve, and I did a video about this, you can use DaVinci Resolve with a Decklink monitor out, and you can use DaVinci Resolve for live lower thirds if you wanted to, and push that. Instead of being pre-made, you can make them right there on the fly. And it just has a bunch of features built in, and again, the updates are free. That's why I'll say it's 5 for me. Sean, have others like those who presented during the For Me conference to come in to answer questions in their area of expertise or phone calls, try to get someone from every continent? That's the goal. It was a lot of stuff that just didn't work out. I wanted to do phone calls And I had vMix call to set up so we can set some other people up, but it was like time just got away from me. And I know just like with the eMissionary Conference, just got to have more prep time. But I mean, it was so much stuff that's been going on, trips to Alabama. Because again, remember, this was actually supposed to be last weekend, but because everything changed in the amount of time I was in Georgia and Alabama, I had to push it back a week. So, business is good, but I mean, it gets tiring as well too. So again, one of my goals is to bring on stably 5 full-time people, really looking in the future to have a video editor so I can hand this stuff off. I like video editing, but at this point, I'm not as efficient as I used to be with how much videos is being done. Right now, the creative process is where I'm in right now, where I'm shaking hands, meeting other clients. I enjoy installing, but I'm at the point where I want to multiply myself and do more. That's where I'm at. Bit Shorty, okay, that's going there. D Green. What type of service is phone live streaming? It's just live streaming, but it actually calls people, and it's just audio for people who are not technical savvy. I have a video showing that whole process as well too. I would recommend you check it out. It's really cool. They've helped out at least 20,000 other people. I don't know if it was people or ministries, but either way, it's awesome. Mike, I need to color correct different our different cameras. It's noticeable. Haven't yet, but need to. Is that showing true OBS connection? I want to have the ATEM to OBS. Is the mic in OBS custom settings? Yeah, that's the same way I have mine set. I have it in vMix the exact same way. Aaron, good morning. Soon to be good night, because we about ready to be up and out of here, son. Streets of Destiny. Have you noticed on Facebook Live following the stream, another live stream comes on not related to church? No, I have not. I'll look for that tomorrow. Sean White. Have a Q&A segment with pastors for people to gain strategies on talking to their leadership about proposing ideas. That's a great idea. Mike. There's lots of setup and coordination that's involved with remote guests. Yes, very much so. Hey, you are welcome. Darlene, what do you think about Prism? Somebody talked about that. I haven't had a chance to play with it. I think I had downloaded it, and I just haven't had a chance to get to it. So my apologies. JHB, the Fairlight tab in DaVinci Resolve is great. I use it to edit a weekly audio-only podcast in addition to the normal video editing tools. Yes, it helps so much. When I started, I would record myself. I don't know why it's not working here. I probably got to restart my computer. But this is probably the most taxing stuff I've done to my computer and systems and all of my stuff here. It allowed me to free up and not have to use as much stuff, different programs to do what I did with Choir and everything like that. You mentioned live lower thirds with NDI. Please do tell what does that again? No, not live. I used DaVinci Resolve to have, you can have a Decklink mini monitor which pushes video out, and you can make lower thirds in DaVinci Resolve and send them live to your ATEM. I actually have a video about that. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. Says DaVinci Resolve output to your live stream. We've covered a bunch of ways on how to make and include lower thirds in your live stream. So I'm going to skip forward. So see, we made this right here. Then seeing black, but it's really nothing. The play, see, now it's not going to stop. I can have it animate in, and then I can DSK and turn it off. If I turn it back on, it's right there. I can change the length of the time of the whole. So that's all being done in DaVinci Resolve. I used a mini monitor that has a SDI out, HDMI out, plug it in just like you would do your presentation software into your ATEM, and now you can make this live and just type, and then you can have any lower thirds. You're not using canned graphics or something like that that you had to make, and it's just typing. Ty wants to know, what drone do you use and how often do you fly? I do not fly often enough. Right now, I'm bouncing between the Mavic Mini and the Mavic 2 Pro Zoom. Last time I flew when I was in Alabama. Before that, it was my cruise, which is like almost 3 months. No, 6 months there. Mike, you done showed me something new. There's even an NDI plugin for DaVinci Resolve you can use if you don't have a Blackmagic card for lower thirds. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know about that. We're going to check that out. Jesus Faith Church. My lips are chapped. I can feel it. Hey, AJ, what's the best way to connect 2 cameras for live streaming? I have an A6400 and a ZV-10. Running vMix and laptop and use the Elgato 60 Plus with the A60 temperature solution as temporary solution as I save to build my computer. Honestly, with the ZV-10, it should be USB that you can stream, and that's how I would use it. Just to save, you just use it. That's what I use with mine when I need to use it instead of me taking the camera everywhere. I just use the USB streaming option built into the camera for that. For the ZV-10, I don't know if the 6400 has that. I'm assuming you would have done that because you just said you used the Elgato HD60. That's what I would use to connect both of them. Francis, with the BV 8-port budget switch you recommended, does it allow you to set how much data is transferred per port, or is it completely unmanaged? It is completely unmanaged. So you want one that's managed. There are some TP-Link ones that you can use and some Netgear ones that are managed, that are PoE. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I know I've used a couple of them. Man, I'm tired, boss. I'm just letting y'all know. Man, here on YouTube, it says we have 23 minutes. I'm going to have, when this is over, I'm going to have about 20 minutes of rest. And then I'm not going to rest because if I do, I'm going to fall asleep. I have my Zoom consultation, and then, bruh, I'm out. I am out. Thank y'all so much, everybody who has given and helped accomplish these goals. I'm really excited about what we're going to do and how we're going to bless. It ain't going to be today. It'll probably be like maybe a Monday what I'm going to do the giveaway, and we're going to select the people that we do. And again, when we do that giveaway, you got 10 hours. No, let's do 12. You got 12 hours to respond. And then we're going to pick somebody else. And I got my victory music ready for when this live stream is over. Ah, Lord, yes, Lord. Yes. Yes. Oh, getting that delirious laugh here. Aaron, AJ, do you ever work with Alpha Key? Alpha Key gives you all the colors, and to set it takes 2 SDI inputs on the ATEM setup for a church. Also, Pro 7 Alpha Key over NDI to vMix. Yes, I have. I've used both of them. I did the SDI one when I was at Antioch and connected both of the connections coming out of the HyperDeck. But then the other ones, it's sending it over HDMI. So, yes. Mike is saying the NDI plugin is $75, but there's a free trial that worked good for playing around with. Awesome. Are you renting your server for the Oncast project? No, I was actually using one here to test it out first because I tried to use AWS, the free version. It's not enough horsepower and bandwidth to handle it. Some other people told me about some other ones that work better, than the AWS. I might revisit that in the future. We'll see. It's about the same price. I think they said that like Restream or something like that would be. Mm. Mm. My lips are chapped. I'm excited, folks. I'm so excited to see that number where it is right now. 23. 20. Excited, yo. Y'all have no words. Beyond excited. Yes, it is my own. Thank you so much, folks. It's 50 y'all on here. Just coming out of this, folks. I mean, I hope I get out of this. I hope all of y'all get out of this. There's so much more that each of us have the ability to do. I'm just being honest with y'all. Just like I'll say it, I was scared about trying to drive down to Georgia and Alabama. I haven't driven that long of a distance in a long time. I was nervous about this. I thought I was going to come up and quit, and the body wanted to do something, but y'all, my lady, internally when I was in my right mind, it was like, nah, we got to push through it. And again, everything was trying to say you can't, but then you just kept pushing. You do not know the depth of what you're capable of doing. That's why I never like if anybody say you can't. I remember my mom saying, I don't know if my mom said it now that I think about it, or I heard it from somewhere in a movie or something like that. But anyway, I don't care. I give my mom credit for it. And I'm paraphrasing it. She was saying, when everybody else gives up on you, make sure you're not one of them. No matter, and my mom did say what I took from that. She said, AJ, never stop believing in yourself. Even if I stop believing in you, never stop believing in yourself. So I'm really thankful about that. And honestly, my nature was telling me it ain't going to work, but I had to ignore that. I was using the senses, and I just had to have faith and believe in it would work. If other people have done it, God's no respecter of persons. If people can do live streaming for gaming for 24 hours and all this other stuff, it's possible. So I'm really excited. And I'm just excited not about the fact of what I did. I'm excited about what all of y'all that might be inspired by this, to what your creativity and your imagination is going to be able to do, And I'm excited about the changes and the inspiration that we can do to affect others. Like, again, my mind, I want to have a lock-in. We just have a 24-hour shed to where musicians just come in and just play praise and worship music for 24 hours. And then people can come in, switch out. Hey, a bass player's playing here, and another one can come in and they just sit in. The other one can leave, and it's just nonstop 24-hour music. Something else I want to work for. One of the questions is, do you have a wireless video transmitter receiver that you would recommend? Yes, the Hollyland Mars 4000. I think that's what it is. That's the one that I would recommend. Bruh. I'm telling you, man. God, thank you. Really excited. But we did, folks. We did it, folks. We done did it. We done doed it. So we still got 36 minutes right now on YouTube. We're at $937.02. So that's $937.02 plus on PayPal. We are at $15.35. So we are at $2,472.02. From a halfway goal, we are $27 and 98 cents. 27.98 away from 2,500. Let me make sure my math is right. Yeah, $27.98 away. And let me actually just gonna donate it ourselves to make sure we get over. Oh, come on, man. Y'all doing too much security on me. So I'm going to have to add it later. It won't let me add it. Oh, man. Oh, well. We'll come back to it. Again, thank y'all so much, man. Let's see. He's almost there. Be a shorty. Okay, I got to do it. This is either going to be put him to sleep or give him a laugh strong enough to easily cross finish. Nah, man. At this point, no, we's good. We's good. I mean, if I pass out after this time, like, no. That's like running a 100-mile marathon and then collapsing 2 feet away from the finish line. Nah, we's good. Daggone willpower is just going to, willpower and stubbornness is going to keep this from going. Sean, by the way, you need a B3 in the home studio to give the full effect. Hey, have you considered partnering with churches as a lab for teaching? Yes, actually I have, and I've had a couple of them say no for whatever odd reason, but not like anybody was using the space either, but we just went and said next. Mike, from this, I for sure see that it's better when we all work together and not all on one person. Yes, I would agree. Ty, after you get some rest, maybe you can find some time and energy to get your heart rate up for a period of time, get those muscles active. Yeah, I'm climbing up and down the stairs. But yeah, I mean, most of the time when I do work, yeah, we're going to do that, but I appreciate that. Everybody hanging there. Hey, thank you. Oh, why does it skip? You need some rest. This is my first time chiming in. I got a meeting right after this. Sean, thank you so much. Streets of Destiny. So poor. Oh man, Bobby Manning, thank y'all so much. Is we over? I think we're like $5 shy. Let me see. Let's add it up again. Man, this is again, I want y'all to realize this is a community victory, folks. This is not an AJ thing. Look at what we were able to do. We were able to work together. I'm really excited about that. We are at $2,497.01. So we are just short by $2.99. Let's do it. Let's see, is it going to act up on my account again? don't think it'll let me super chat myself. You won't let me pay to myself. All right. So we'll just have to add it after the fact. Let's go through our last few questions that we got here. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much, Mike. What about adding a donate button to the Facebook group for people to donate for the project moving forward? I'll work on that. I thought I put one in the event. I'll need to look to add one going forward. But thank you for that. Philip Paul, just for my info, the giveaway is for anyone that in the list or churches only. Honestly, it's anybody that registered. I mean, it's really meant for churches. But again, I don't know if you're at home. I mean, unless you're doing what I'm doing, what you're going to do with that, a PTZ and 100-foot cables and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's open. Man, hey, thank y'all. Ty, JHB, D Green, man, thank y'all so much. Sam wants to know how many people can be on the Oncast at the same time. Honestly, I'm not really sure. That was going to be the purpose of once I have it set up and everything, is to push to see what actually could be done. Because again, you know, I'm thinking of that being a viable solution that can circumvent some of the stuff that, you know, we've had to deal with in different streams and everything like that. Getting copyright strikes and all this other stuff like that. I'm thinking it might be pretty cool. All right. On YouTube Super Chat, we're at $994.99. And then on PayPal, we're at $15.35. Oops. I'm typing in the wrong number. Wrong place. $15.35. Yep, folks. We hit our halfway goal. Thank you so much. Obviously, I could not have done it without y'all. Be on the lookout when we do that, the giveaway. Well, selecting the people and then also doing the giveaway and doing the install. Really excited about that. So we're at $2,529.99. Outstanding, folks. I just got an email. What is that about? All right, got a tech support email, but we're gonna wait on that one. The mind is almost mush, and I gotta be prepared for my appointment here in a little bit. And don't forget, y'all, if you're interested in any of the OBS Complete Bundle 2, that is live. A lot of people have been enjoying it. Added a bunch of things in to give a new twist to your live stream, and use it as a framework to help you make some changes and make your stuff unique, make you stand out. So excited about that. I'm excited about this 26 minutes going by as well too. Can you keep the donate button on Facebook perpetual so that when the Spirit leads people to donate, and when you hit 2,500, we can help another ministry? Yes, I'm gonna have to work on that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. So I'll do it on my AJ the CEO page, and see if I can do something like that. Let me see. Gotta switch profiles. And we gotta see if we can add a button. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that. MA60V3. Yes. Very much so, yes. Add featured. Facebook always is changing some other stuff, so let's see more. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can add that as well too. What does YouTube say? YouTube says we're at 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 40 seconds. Angelo, man, thank y'all. Thank you, sir. Super chats, we're at $999.98. Man, thank y'all. Man, I can't wait to see what we're going to do, to bless the ministry with this. And, you know, we're setting a goal and what else we can do and reach and touch and impact a bunch of other ministries in the area and just push the limits on what we can do. I'm excited about all of that. Brian, yes, I did. And then I just got kind of away from the fact that it ran out of time. That goes back to the video editing. I was trying to do that and do videos and stuff like that. And I just physically ran out of time from making it. I had a bunch of people. I felt bad because I never got a chance to get back to it and finish out the rest of them. But again, let's see. Perhaps for the next one, you could run it back again. Yeah, I will work on that and have a team for us to work on that as well, too. I'm sitting here, man. I know Pro Presenter is tripping because I looked up and I saw it hanging on 23 minutes for a minute. Let's see. Got my theme music still queued up here. Testing, paid events, payouts. Did a setting then. Okay. What can I say? This is all right. I just need to figure out how to add a button. Add donation button on Facebook. Oh no, this is not Red Bull, man. I'll be bouncing all over the place if that was the case. No, I said, man, thank y'all, David. Thank you, sir. Let me see. So adding a button that says, I don't want to add a donate button. What do we do? Scroll to the top of the news feed and do. I'm on the wrong page as well too. Go to the three dots, and it says raise money. I don't have that as an option. Edit action button. Change button. View shop. Book an appointment. Buy now. I don't see. Y'all ain't seen it. My bad. I don't see. Reserve. Watch. Learn more. Link to a group. Contact us. Email us. Yeah, I don't see that action right now. So I'm going to have to come back to that. Bruh, I don't understand. It's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes. Ah, hallelujah. 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 Big Shorty was saying, when the clock strikes 12 p.m., you have made it regardless of the countdown. Actually, I actually end before that, but that's what my countdown is for. But because if I look at YouTube right now, we're already at, the counter is already reset. So we're over, but we're in the last stretch, man, and I'm excited about it. Yep, we are at 1,000 for Super Chat. Thank y'all so much, man. Again, David was saying, not long ago, AJ, thanks for being a blessing to many. May God continue to bless the ministry that you can do even greater works. Thank you so much. MA16V3, what is the best way to create a backup Pro Presenter? Honestly, USB drive and just copy that whole directory. That's what I would do. I mean, you can use the export tool, but a watched clock never expires. He said, I'm glad you climbed upstairs and not up walls. Man, that would be Spider-Man then. That would be kind of cool. Time slows down when you watch a clock. Proven fact. Let's distract. It said, this shorty. Yeah, that's what it says. Now, I agree. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm trying to keep my eyes from looking crossed. If I can muster up the strength, we're going to watch Black Adam. That's going to be like 9 o'clock or something like that. So that way we just straight sleep through the whole thing. Do we have any video that we can play for half a second? Yeah, let's play the rest of this video. Spoke. It actually, the Huddle Cam one actually has a quick access to all 6 cameras right there, but you could always just do camera address and then dial the exact number. But thankfully, we're in the window of what we got. So let's see. Did we set everything up, and does this connection that turns into an Ethernet work? You see everything is daisy chained. Let's hit camera number 1. Boom, there you go. You see it moving there. Cool. All right, camera number 2. Oh, there's another one moving. Maybe I should move these so we know when we've actually moved it or not. All right, camera 3. Awesome. All right, camera 4. There we go. And then camera number 5. All right, so I'm seeing a bunch of comments going on. Let me jump back over here. Let's see. What y'all got? Sean. I felt like I was getting ready to burp. My apologies. Excuse me. Sean, I have to applaud your integrity for going by the clock that is posted publicly rather than your actual time, considering you have passed your 24-hour mark. Yeah, again, that first time was the 15-minute countdown before it started. So we started the live stream at 11:45, but we're going to it. Angelo, everyone on this live should be sewing into this ministry. We all would be paying a lot of money to attend conferences that deal with church technology. I've been in tech ministry for over 20 years. Hey, I thank you for that. You honestly do not look sleepy or tired at all. I'm really not, because it's just excitement. I am warm right now, so because I have my fan off. Quickly, someone needs to drop a hot take and get us an AJ rant. Nah, I do that. Time will go back faster, but nah, we're going to shut it down. Absolutely, Finishing Strong Together. Great book, too, Finishing Strong. Brian Jones. Okay, Mike, you started it. Let's play a game. Every type, some type of your favorite life quotes. Oh, no, I wasn't asleep. I promise you, I'm not asleep. Because, I got to go right into a meeting right after this. AJ, no, sit up, man. Sit up. You're too close. No, I'm not asleep. I promise you, I am not asleep. Ty, can you add the donate totals to the screen underneath? I don't have a way to do that natively, but let me see. Let's close this out. And we're just going to have to design it. How about that? So let's go to our screen, layouts, this. Let's copy and paste. So this would be YouTube. Or maybe just do it. YouTube. PayPal. All right, so as of right now, PayPal, we're at and YouTube. It doesn't tell me anything higher than this. It just says. So that's where we're at, folks. Let's see. Aristotle. Quality is not an act, it's a habit. Said Black Adam will put me to sleep. Great. How you contribute monthly, that would be either YouTube membership or through Patreon. Patreon.com/AJaytheCEO, or just click the join below on YouTube and you can do it that way. Thank you even for the consideration of that. Be sure, this is a tough one, Brian. Not sure where I would start. Don't break the stream. I thought it was don't cross the streams. Ghostbusters. One of my favorite quotes, if you're talking about that, and I have it on my Facebook one. Adam Savage from Mythbusters I heard this one. He said, I reject your reality and replace it with my own. It sounds funny, but it's real true. You determine your own reality. So it's not, you hear people say it's like it is what it is. No, it's not it is what it is. It's what you choose for it to be. You know, if you make up your mind to look up and the sky is blue, you can convince yourself it's actually purple. So your reality, you determine that. You can determine that you can make it, or you can determine that you're going to lose. You determine all that. Your mind can, that's what the scripture says. It's like, let the weak say I'm strong. Let the poor say I'm rich. That's not looking at your senses. It's like you determine what you want. It's like if you have faith, what they say, if you have the faith the size of a grain of mustard seed, you can say to the mountain, be up and remove. It's what you determine it to be. So MA 16, if not you, then who? Bruh, 10 minutes. Todd Johnson. Wow, you did that on the fly. Skills on loan. Brian, couldn't resist this one. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. Yeah, I love it. I like another one. It says, it's easier to move it's easier to steer a moving car than a parked one. So in that same situation, keep going. Sean, it's the little things that count, very much so. Philip Paul, question. For now, I am using an aux out to audio interface for our live stream audio. So sometimes the mixer is full, sometimes not. When sometimes there is no backup, we use that mic for a crowd mic. So I was thinking of adding a small analog mixer, then the aux out from the main mixer to the small mixer, and then also add the crowd mics to it and send it to your live stream. To get better audio in our live. Would that be better? I mean, it could work, because then at least in that way, if you're adding crowd mics, there's no way for it to feed back into your main mixer. It would be its own separate thing. May 16 V3. I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards. Please, someone get this right. I mean, that's almost borderline dad joke right there. This is what people do all the time, but often as twisting reality, and you just look at them with that side-eye puppy look. Oh man, amen to that. Sean, have any tips or best practices for installing cables? What's the worst cabling situation you've had to deal with? Greater Faith, where some idiot ran Romex and coax in the same conduit, and it stripped the insulation off the Romex. I touched the cable, and that joint zapped me. That was the worst. What is your favorite scripture, and if you have one? I do, and it wasn't the greatest one. It's just when there was a low moment in my life, and now it just escaped me. Maybe it's the reason why I need to escape. It was like, hope deferred make the heart sick. That's what it was for a long time. But then looking at it now, I was saying, why am I escaping it right now? Hold on. Habakkuk 2:2. Then the Lord answered him and said, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. That's one. And then my favorite one now on top of that has been the prayer of Jabez as well, too. Jabez was the one that prayed to God. It's like, bless me indeed, enlarge my territory, keep your hand upon me. And now I'm mixing it with the song because I've read it in so many different translations, so my apologies. But it says, Lord, bless me indeed, enlarge my territory, keep your hand upon me, and keep me from evil so it might not grieve me. And God answered his prayer. Try to say that every morning. And because I've gone into the morning, I've missed that, but we said that as well too. I have something better than that one. That's normally my go-to song, but we got something else that I'm gonna crank. Yeah. JHB, thinking about moving from our Tascam Model 12 mixer for streaming to a full digital mixer. Any suggestions? I mean, I'm gonna say an X32, but it all depends what you're trying to use, and how many mic inputs and everything that you're gonna use. Would you recommend vMix or Restream? Well, vMix is going to be a dedicated application. If you use Restream in that capacity, it's not leveraging your computer necessarily. It's using a browser. So that's more of a service. But Restream can actually do, well, let me take that back. If you're using vMix to multi-stream, because it can, as long as your computer and your internet can handle it, I would say vMix. Are you tapping your foot or are my eyes jumping? I was. So yeah, I was just doing this with my legs. So anxious. We're now y'all had that song like it's the final count. Let's do an update. Let's see. Uh-oh. We went up 10 blickups. And I really don't know. It doesn't show me the amount. Chat, it just says 1,000 on YouTube. So, yes, I'm moving my legs. So, guys, thank you so much. Guys and ladies, thank you for all the stuff. Bit Shorty, I'll share my quote, but only because it has a happy ending. People suck. I say it all the time. However, peeps like you and those in here over this gives me hope to keep faith that there is hope. Hey, it is. You know, we can't let people in situations outside of us determine the stuff. You know, what is Google? And what's the internet? If you go with bad intentions and you go search on Google, you will find everything in the search to justify your viewpoint. You have a positive outlook and you have hope and believe in people, and you go search it up for Google, you will find everything to justify your thoughts and belief that everything that you think is true. It just all determines on what's your outlook. If you think everything is bad, you're going to find it. You think everything is good, you're going to find it. Thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. Is Worship 2's music stand free? Yes. I mean, I think it's both, but I think it is predominantly free. Brian Jones, last one. Your talent is God's gift to you. What you do is your gift back to God, and that's why they call it the present. That's the other part I heard of it. Man. Let me do one more update. We're good there. He said repeat the Lord's Prayer. All right. Wait a minute. Did I skip it? Hold on. Let's reciting your favorite scripture. Can we, Lord's Prayer? Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And now I'm just thinking about, did I recite the wrong one? I might have to sleep. Uh-oh. Come on, Glenn. Proverbs 18:16. A man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. Thank you there. Sir, Kim, how long is my theme song? It's 55 seconds. So I'm going to start this thing. I'm going to start this thing right when we're ready to go. So let me unmute this. So we're going for the time remaining one. Well, actually, it's stream time. That's really the one we would do. So, y'all ready? Thank y'all so much. Man, this was serious. So here we go. Maybe just wait. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yay! It's over, folks. Well, we'll do it again. Let's play it again because we got 20 seconds. Let's do it one more time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, folks, thank you so much. Man, this has been an experience. Alrighty, folks. What a 24-hour. Yes, thank y'all so much for being a part of this. Excited of what we're going. Be on the lookout for the follow-up, and we'll be catching y'all later, folks. Later. Alrighty, folks. What a 24